Okay, guys, as I make sure the camera's adjusted here, right? Okay. But alright, I just wanted to come on here because Discotek Media yesterday had what they call Discotek Media Day. And what they did is announce the upcoming releases for not just the rest of this year, basically the rest of this month, but mostly going into the first 4 months of next year. And they gave us a very good lineup of titles that they are basically licensing to be part of their SD to be SD on BD format, or basically the SD on BD label. And in case you guys don't know what SD on BD is, I've talked about it before, but basically it's short for standard definition on Blu-ray. That's right, standard definition on Blu-ray. And there's a lot of titles that they talked about that were coming out, mostly, anime. But there were two non-anime titles. Hold on. There are two non-anime titles that are getting the SD to BD treatment as well. One of them is coming out in April of 2022, and that is Street Sharks. That's right, Street Sharks, which was distributed by Dick Entertainment. Basically, it was created to fall into the basically the hyperness, basically the what's the word I'm looking for? Basically it was Street Sharks was basically created to tie into the success of what Ninja Turtles was. That's basically what it was. The Ninja Turtle phenomenon had inspired a lot of studios, I should say, to come up with their own different versions, inspired by TMNT, kind of similar in tone and stuff. And Street Sharks was one of them, and they became a very beloved franchise for the short term that they were around. But yeah, Street Sharks is getting the SD on BD treatment, and I gotta see how many episodes they are. Let me see how many episodes they are, but yeah, they are getting the SD on BD treatment in April of 2022, and I want to see how many episodes they were. They were 40 episodes. 40 episodes. So you're looking at one disc release for these guys, unless they decide to split it into two discs. But you're looking mainly at mainly a one disc SD on BD release for Street Sharks, which is pretty cool. And one thing that Discotek Media is known for doing is supplying, a numerous amount of extras onto their releases. Now, besides Street Sharks, though, the other non-anime title that they will be releasing on SD on BD, part of the SD on BD label, is Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. That's right, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. We heard rumors. We heard speculation, and it looks like it's going to be very similar to some of the other titles, because it looks like it's going to have a slipcover, and that slipcover is potentially right here. This is in black and white because I didn't want to waste any color, even though I have enough. But this basically is the slipcover right here, and the insert underneath it is, I think, going to be like that, or it's going to be one of the other ways. It's either going to be, this is the slipcover, and then this is going to be this is going to be the DVD case, or the other way around. But I think this is going to be the slipcover right here, paying homage to the Sonic 2 cover, tying in with Sonic 2, that is. And then, of course, you have that right there, which is pretty cool, which I think is going to be going to be the casing, if you will, for the set. Now, it's not the first time that Discotek has dug their hands into the Sonic media, because lo and behold, they recently last year released this. This is the Sonic X Complete Series, and this was sent to me by Frank Hill, so thank you very much for that, Frank. And he says he's going to send me the next one when it comes out. If he gets a chance to. Usually when Frank says he's going to send me or Zara Nizarak or Patrick Butler something, he follows through on it. And right now it's up for pre-order, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to do that. But yeah, this is the DVD, or not DVD, but the Blu-ray. And as you could tell, they give you 2 discs if it spans over 52 episodes, and they give you some nice, artwork on the inside. Excuse me, on the inside as well. They give you some nice artwork on the inside as well. This is actually, believe it or not, well, it's not actually one of the posters, but it's one of the promotional posters and images they used for Sonic X when they were bringing it out. But yeah, basically this has 78 episodes. The first 52 episodes are on the first disc, and the rest of the episodes are on disc 2. So you got the first 2 seasons here, and then the last season right here. And it does come with special extras. It does come with basically, I think the extras that they give you is the different intros, and then like the play along for the theme or something like that. But they do give you extras on here, and they do go all out with these. And now Sonic X is, not Sonic X, but now Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog is going to be on the docket as well to get the same kind of treatment. Now, like I said, what was that? I heard something. But like I said, even though I think this is going to be, what's under the slipcover or vice versa, and I think this here is going to be the slipcover right here. This, and then these are what this is going to look like. So here you'll have the first 60, you'll have the first 50 episodes, and then you're going to have the last 14 episodes right here. They already have it described of what you're going to get on there. You're going to have the first 50 episodes here, and then the last 14 there. That's usually how they do it if they get something that's over 65 episodes. But now, here's what's interesting. You get bonus features. You're going to get a ton of bonus features on this. One, it says all episodes in stereo, unlike the most recent DVD release, taking a shot at, I think, Mill Creek or MD Visuals. Closest to the master video closest to the master video this will ever look. Because the one thing about just taking releases, the already established releases of shows on DVD, VHS, whatever, mostly DVD, is basically you don't have to you don't have to do too much mastering or anything, because what it does, as Zara Nizarak put it when I asked him this question, what it does is it bumps up the bit rate. It bumps up the bit rate a little bit. Because the bit rate is higher than DVD, it gets bumped up, and thus you get a sharper, more clearer picture. Not total HD high definition remaster, but basically you get a sharper, clearer image, if you will, that you'll be watching on your television. It's kind of like what I said in the previous video I did talking about the analog pocket, and that others like Metal Jesus Rocks and Re-Res talked about. And that is the fact that, with the analog pocket, the technology they used there, when you put your cartridge in there, it gives you a more clearer, crisp image. It makes it feel like the game that you're playing, even though you've had it for years, if not decades, feels like it's new or something like that, like it's being played for the first time. It gives off that vibration. And the same could be said here with SD on BD, basically because the bit rate and the storage capacity is a lot higher on Blu-ray and much higher on 4K. You get a clearer image, a much more bumped up, clearer, sharper image. So yeah, it says all episodes in stereo, unlike the most recent DVD release, like I said, the MD Visual ones. Closest to the master video that this will ever look, or closest to the master video this will ever look. Christmas special, Sonic Christmas Blast. And guess who's in Sonic Christmas Blast, ladies and gentlemen? That's right, Sally. Sally's in there. So that right there is that right there. They didn't have to include that because that's not technically it is in the same world, but not technically, because it's like a hybrid. If you will, it's a hybrid of both SatAM and Adventures. So right there, putting Christmas Blast with Sally, Sally of all things, that will give you a clue of what's up the road and what's next. It says, Okay, original series pilot. So we'll get the original series pilot in there. That's a bonus. We'll also get original rushes for the first ep, Super Special Sonic Search and Smash Squad. Original rushes. Commentary with artist and animator Milton Knight on 2 episodes, plus the pilot and rushes. Original commercial bumpers. Syndicated commercials. Art gallery with rare production art. Original packaging art by John Persona Kim, Chris Blackfloors, and Brady Hartland. Captions for the hearing impaired as well. So those are your bonus features right there. And I'll provide a link down below so you guys can check that out. And I'm going to put this in my Sonic little packaging thing that I have. But yeah, we are getting Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog on Blu-ray, courtesy of Discotek, as part of the SD on BD label. And like I mentioned, one of the special features they're giving us is the Christmas Blast special. Did I say Sonic Christmas Blast? And all that, did I? I meant Adventures. Adventures is what I meant to say. That again, just knowing that they're adding a special that has Sally in her SatAM design, pink fur though and red hair. It's like, if you're not hinting at the fact, or if you're not giving away the fact that the next Sonic title on SD on BD is Sonic SatAM, I don't know what other clue or hint you're going to have to give off. But yeah, anyway, like I said, they are basically, including Sonic Christmas Blast as part of the Adventure set. And like I said, even though this is coming out in February, it's not the last one. It's not going to be the only other Sonic thing they release alongside Sonic X. Because right now you have this show on Paramount Plus. You have the movie on Paramount Plus, which was distributed by Paramount Pictures. You have Underground on Paramount Plus. You have SatAM on Paramount Plus. So I think, honestly, the more likely scenario when they do another Discotek Media Day, which will probably be around, I would say, March and April, because again, this Media Day that they did yesterday covered initially the first 4 months of 2022. The next one that they do will be covering the next 4 months after April, which would be May, June, July, and August. And I expect in that second media scrub, if not sooner, that we will get the announcement that Sonic SatAM is coming to Blu-ray. That's going to be the next one. Because again, you can't just do this. You can't do Adventures and then Sonic X previously before that and not basically plan to bring out SatAM. Because you know what? That's exactly what they're going to do. So 2022 is definitely shaping up to be a big year for Sonic. Not only are we getting the second movie, not only at the end of the year are we getting Sonic Frontiers, not only is the IDW comics still going to be going sort of strong, basically, in that year as well, not only that, and not only are we getting Sonic Prime on Netflix, but we are getting Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog on SD on BD, with one of the special features being the Christmas Blast, which features Sally, non-speaking role, but features her, making it a hybrid of both, the SatAM show and Adventures, and basically hinting at the strong possibility, more than likely, that SatAM and Underground will be next. And I don't think that's a far-fetched, conclusion. They might even announce it before this year's out, but SatAM and Underground are definitely next on Discotek's list. You can't deny that. Because you can't tell me fans are going to be like, hey, are going to be... What I'm trying to say is you can't tell me that fans aren't going to be asking them, okay, you got Adventures coming, that's great, but is SatAM next? Is Underground next? When can we expect those announcements? Because they're going to be expecting them, and Discotek knows that fans are going to want to see those get the same treatment that Adventures is getting. So yeah. In closing, yesterday during the Discotek Media Day, which covers the first 4 months of 2022, they made the announcement that along with the Street Shark show, we are getting Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog as part of the SD on BD label, standard definition on Blu-ray label. And basically that, one of the special features included in this, I should say, is the Sonic Christmas Blast Special, which has Sally in there, and it has a lot of, references to SatAM in different kinds of ways, but basically feels like it's a hybrid of both. And to me, hints at the fact that SatAM is next on the list. I don't think there's any getting around that. And again, like I said, Discotek, I'm pretty sure, is aware, hopefully, that people are going to be asking them, when is SatAM going to be announced for SD on BD and Underground as well. So, again, I expect those to be announced somewhat next year, maybe before the next, media day, which would cover, like I said, May, June, July, and August. I expected, around that time frame, maybe before, maybe in time for the movie's release, we'll get some kind of an announcement. But yeah, that's what I expect. Well, actually, the movie comes out in April anyway, so I would expect them to do another Discotek Media Day to tie into that and make the announcement there that SatAM and Underground are next on the list for release. So, and again, maybe it'll be before that. Who knows? But yeah, Adventures is coming. I'm looking forward to it, and I cannot wait. But what are your guys' thoughts? How do you feel about Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog getting the SD on BD treatment by Discotek Media, and with a release of February 2022? And do you think when they do another one, possibly in April, which would actually be tying into the release of the second movie, do you think, if not obviously believe, that they will come out and announce SatAM and Underground as part of the SD on BD future releases at that time frame? Do you think that'll happen? I truly do. I truly believe it will, and I think Discotek knows it as well. And what's funny is Street Sharks is only 40 episodes, and that's gonna, like I said, that's gonna get a one-disc release, which means the same is gonna be said for SatAM and Underground. They will get one-disc release, and that's gonna be easy. That'll be a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer to do if you're Discotek. So let me know what your thoughts are, though, down below. Comment in the live chat during the premiere. Like the video. Check me out at my Teespring store for all merchandise in time for the Christmas season, I should say. Especially, Sally and Sonic related, if you will. Also, check me out at BW Rose's discussions on all your favorite audio podcast locations, except for Pandora. Also, I've uploaded my first video podcast through Anchor.fm, which you can watch on Spotify and other locations, hopefully. Also, I'm near 300 podcasts there, so be on the lookout for that. And also, if you're listening to the podcast on Anchor.fm, listener support has been activated if you want to help support me there. Also, check me out at BW Roses on VENMO if you can't get any for certain content you can't get here. Also, check me out at patreon.com/BW Roses to support me with a $1, $3 tier. Also, check me out at Venmo at Brian-Walmer-2. But again, let me know what your thoughts are on Adventures being released in February 2022. And when do you expect them to make the announcement? More than likely, I believe, it'll be around the time of the movie's release, for SatAM and Underground to be part of the SD on BD license. It could be sooner. Who knows? Could be at the beginning of the year. Who knows? But I'm guessing that between the beginning of the year and April, when they probably do another one to look at May, June, July, and August, that's when we'll get the announcement for those two series getting the SD on BD treatment as well. But what are you guys' thoughts? Comment below, live chat during the premiere, and I will talk to y'all later.